And this is the astrological forecast for the sign of Gemini for May 2023, brought to you by the wonderful people at AskTheAnswer.com, the UK's leading website for tarot readers, psychics, mystics and channelers. Gemini, 80% of you are having a fairly light time this month, which cannot be said for most other people. There's a lot of stuff going on this month, but most of you seem to be dodging the bullets. I say most of you. Some of you are not. Those of you born on or before the 28th of May, well, Saturn is squaring your sun, but depending on your age, you'll either see this as a time of restriction, limitation and circumstances outside your control, which has been building for a few months and will continue basically till the end of the year, or you'll see it as a time for restructuring, reorganizing, putting a lot of effort and hard work in and putting in place structures which should then establish you for the next 7 years. It's a mental attitude thing. Are you going to put your nose to the grindstone, or are you going to whinge and complain? And those of you born towards the end of Gemini, 18th, 19th of June, yes, Neptune is now squaring your sun. So there's a degree of confusion, of dissolving, of fatigue and weariness around you. But again, this is something that will pass in time. But for the majority of you, this is actually quite a quiet month. Yes, you start the month with Venus in your sign. If you look out the window for a couple of hours after sunset to the west, you will all see Venus 3 times brighter than the biggest star. And it's quite spectacular, and it's in Gemini at the start of this month and will stay there until about the 8th. But until the sun moves into Gemini, then that's it as far as May goes for planets in Gemini. But this is all building up because next month, June, is going to be a lot faster. For most of you, this is a month where you can stay low, stay in the background, ignore the fuss that's going on around you and get on with things without too much hustle. But if you stick your head above the parapet, you will get sniped out. Yes, those of you at the start and the end of Gemini, you're getting hammered a little bit, but it's not extreme. As far as May 2023 goes, Gemini, have a not a laid back, but a quiet, below the radar screen month.